Hello, fellow Walking Dead fans. Of course, it's the Viking here, back with another Walking Dead review, and this is for Fear, episode 6 of season 6. And Fear the Walking Dead has been some of my most pleasing television watch of this year. Absolutely brilliant storytelling, great character development, great cinematography, great camera shots, great action. This season, it's a pity they never got to shoot episode 8 due to COVID. The season is ending this coming week with episode 7, but hopefully they get to shoot after the new year and they give us the second half of this season, because I just do not want this to stop. It's been too good. It really, really has. This episode centers around Virginia and June. So far this season, as I said, it's been brilliant. There's also a certain kind of mystery to these episodes about the end is the beginning. Who is that group? We had the bounty hunter in episode 1. We have Dwight, of course, and Sherry's group. It is interesting as a viewer that they can implement so many different ideas, different groups, different characters, but make it work. Something that the main show, The Walking Dead, hasn't always been able to do. So the show running for this season so far has been flawless. So basically, we got John a few episodes and he wanted June back. He has June back now, and the two of them kind of make a deal. They say, look, let's leave this place. It's not good for us. It's rotten, as we got to see in John's episode. He wants to leave. He wants to move on and just live his life with June and just be together, not have any of this BS going on anymore. They do not trust Virginia. Do not trust this group. They don't know what to do. June is hesitant to leave because the rest of the group behind, the rest of their family is also in this community. Of course, June wants to help people. She wants to care for the sick. She wants to make sure everything's right that way. And she kind of has a moral compass, and that's what she's dealing with a lot in this episode, and I really, really like it. But the episode starts off pretty strong with Virginia and this woman. She wants to know why this woman has been spirit printing these kind of sayings on the walls and stuff like that. What is this group? Who are you? Why do you have a spray can? What's going on? What do you want from us? So Virginia is in a bit of a scared mode. She doesn't know who this group is. She doesn't know what they want. Is she about to go to war? And if so, is her community ready for this group who seem to be very, very intimidating? And that's exactly what Virginia is going through. She is being intimidated. They want to bring this woman back to the community to further question her. But before they know it, she grabs a gun off one of the sheriffs and she blows her brains out. She's willing to die for a cause. So what really is this group? Why would someone kill themselves for a certain group? Why would that happen? Pretty interesting stuff. But there's a big drama happening in this episode. Oil kind of explodes, it spills, it's in the sky, it's kind of raining oil, and so that makes it interesting already. You can't see if you get it in your eyes. It could be it could damage you if you get it if you breathe it in, you could die. So it explodes, and the episode just goes into a craze straight away, and it really, really does. And it's a great opening, and it's a great sequence with the oil, and the oil fire, the explosion it's new. We've never seen this in the Walking Dead universe. So you got Virginia there, she got all of her sheriffs, all of her men there as well, trying to figure out what's going on. You also got June there wanting to help people. People are hurt. People have been hurt with the oil. They're sick. She needs to get them out of there. She wants to make sure everybody's safe. So that's interesting as well in its own right. But Virginia comes up across some of her group, and she's like, "Did you start this? You have spray cans. Are you doing this?" And the guy is like, "What do you mean? What are you on about? I'm a part of this group." So she is a bit paranoid. She thinks everybody's out together, and she won't let this guy get aid, get attention, get medical attention until she finds out what she wants to know. She's a little bit paranoid, and June is trying to look after this sick man. She's trying to make sure everything's right, but Virginia won't let her until the guy tells her what exactly she wants to hear. But the guy doesn't know anything. He's not a part of any group. He is just there, and he was working for Virginia, and now he's being treated this way. It's amazing. So June goes ahead, she treats the guy anyway. There's a bit of confrontation between Virginia and June about, look, I'm the leader here and all this, you're going to let this man die. Then a big explosion happens outside. They open the truck to try and get the sick people back in, but what is interesting enough is an explosion happens and things start going crazy. June and Virginia are left abandoned in this kind of building that has collapsed. They're in there on their own. A walker comes in. A walker bites Virginia on the hand. I was not expecting this, and you know what? For a second there, I thought Virginia was going to be killed off. And I actually did. And I thought there's a lot more storytelling there. Why would they kill off Virginia? There's a lot of storytelling to tell with Morgan, this new group and stuff. Are they actually going to kill this character off? And for a second there, I did think it was going to happen. I really thought that June was going to let Virginia die, because Virginia was going to let June cut her hand off so she could save her hand. She wouldn't get to be affected, wouldn't spread to her body quick enough. But June wasn't having it. She says, you're a disaster here. This group, you make this community a nightmare. You're not doing anything for us whatsoever. And Virginia says, what do you think I'm trying to do? I'm trying to be a good person. I'm trying to make this group. I'm trying to get people to survive. And you know what? I'm kind of caught in between. Do I like Virginia or not? Do I think she's a good person? I kind of do. Virginia has something about her that's pretty interesting as a character. Sometimes she seems like she could be cold-blooded. She could kill you just like that. Other times, she seems very sympathetic, and even if you do something wrong, she might forgive you, she'll give you what you want, just do the work for her that she wants. So she's a very interesting leader, and she's kind of a villain, but not really a villain either. She's very, very interesting to me, and I really, really like her as a character. But there's a sequence there, Virginia's about to die, you got June on the walkie-talkie, she's giving the medical assistance to people outside, trying to treat them. She's so cold-blooded here. She's given the instructions. She will not save Virginia, but the two of them make a deal. And this is interesting. June didn't let Virginia die. She cut her hand off. She's not affected. She survives with a deal. June gets to have kind of her own medical area here to care for people. That's what she wants. That's her moral compass as a person. And this episode gets into that big, big time. So she saves her life. And things seem to be okay. Will Virginia hold a grudge? Will she end up killing June? Maybe. But I think Virginia has bigger problems right now, trying to deal with what this community is doing to her community. And how does she react to this and make sure that everybody's safe? And more importantly, how does her sister become safe? So it's interesting. And I like this little sequence after with John and June. John, of course, as I said, they made a deal to leave the community. June doesn't want it because she has this new medical area, but John is disappointed. He doesn't want this place is making him into a bad person. He does not like it whatsoever. He wants to leave, especially what happened in the events of his episode. He just wants out of this community. He wants to live a life. So instead of going back to the community, it seems like John has driven off and gone on his own path. Why? He's left the love of his life behind. And it's interesting. Is he going to meet Morgan? Is he going to meet Dwight along the way? Is this where the OG group reunite? And what side do they pick? Do they pick the side of Virginia? Do they pick the side of this unknown community, of the key, of the submarine, that Morgan is now on this journey and holds that key? It's all very interesting going forward. And I really, really like it. Fear the Walking Dead has got some great storytelling this season. Season 8 so far, or episode 8, the trailer for that looks amazing as well. Get to see some of Alicia, Strand. What other things are going to happen? That's kind of the mid-season finale right now. Hopefully they get to shoot a second half of the season. But guys, Fear the Walking Dead has really hit it out of the park again. I've enjoyed this season so much. I really have. And I didn't think coming out of 2020, one of my favourite seasons would be from Fear. I didn't think that whatsoever. I just really like something about the storytelling that they're doing. The character development. And there seems to be substance there. There really, really does. The cinematography shots, everything about this season just seems to be completely off the charts. And I'm amazed by it, and I absolutely love it, guys. But guys, get in the comments. Let me know what you think of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 in general. What do you think of this episode? Episode 6, focusing on June, focusing on Virginia, the moral compass that June is going through. And I'm looking forward to Episode 8. And what do you think, or episode 7 I should say, but what do you think they should do? Should they end the season on this and call this season 7, or should they go and do a season 7 in 2021, or continue this season on more? I can't get enough of it. It's a pity if COVID came and messed up this whole thing, but hopefully they get time to flesh out the scripts a little bit more, and the second half of season 6 is even more amazing, or just as amazing as season 6 is right now. But they have my attention, they have my interest, and keep me going, Fear the Walking Dead writers. But guys, get in the comments, give a like, subscribe if you're a Walking Dead fan, and guys, remember, don't join any communities that look that bad, like Terminus, or like the Governor. Join something like Rick, and don't get eaten by a zombie, because then you can't listen to my show. Guys, have a good night.